Look at your habits over the last hour. If you've spent that time in a loop of endless scrolling and rapid-fire content, you are training your brain to prioritize immediate comfort over long-term capability. This behavior creates a cycle where you feel increasingly distracted and stuck. When you find yourself promising just one last time every night, only to repeat the habit the next morning, you are seeing the results of a brain responding to engineered triggers. We are going to disrupt that cycle. I am going to show you how to build a 5-step urge control system, a physical framework designed to regulate your digital environment and stabilize your focus. You will need your phone, your personal computer, and a physical notepad. In 6 minutes, you will have a structured plan to transition from being reactive to your impulses to being fully in command of your energy. Willpower alone often fails because it is a finite resource. A structured system, however, operates even when your resolve is low, providing the necessary barrier between an impulse and an action. Step 1 is the 7-day dopamine detox. This is a deliberate period of restriction intended to reset your brain's reward baseline. For the next week, the rules are absolute. No social media scrolling, no video game marathons, and no mindless entertainment. You will limit your inputs to productive work, reading physical books, and periods of silence. This works because of how your neurons process stimulation. By removing the constant spikes of cheap dopamine, you allow your brain to become sensitive to normal, everyday activities again. Compare these two states. On the left is an overstimulated brain, unable to find focus. On the right is the reset state, steady, calm, and capable of sustained attention. View this 7-day period as a necessary recalibration. You are removing the influence of habits that have kept you in a state of constant distraction. If you don't repair this underlying baseline, your urges will continue to dictate your behavior, regardless of how much discipline you try to exert. Step 2 is visual control. The data you allow into your mind dictates the thoughts your brain produces. You must remove every external trigger from your digital life. Unfollow accounts that post suggestive content, clear your YouTube watch history, and wipe your browser cookies to reset the algorithms that serve you these images. Set up strict website blockers for any site that facilitates your past relapses. These act as a technical failsafe when your curiosity tries to override your logic. Replace that void with a new digital diet. For 1 week, your only consumption should be educational material or content focused on self-improvement. You will know this step is successful when your social feeds no longer contain the thumbnails that used to trigger an immediate impulse. Controlling what you see prevents the urge from forming in the first place, stopping the cycle before it reaches the level of a conscious thought. Step 3 is scheduled physical exhaustion. Unused physical energy frequently manifests as restless thoughts and sexual urges. Schedule heavy physical activity every single day, either a demanding weightlifting session in the morning or a long run in the evening. When you drive your body to the point of severe muscle fatigue, the brain prioritizes recovery over sexual impulses. You are effectively retasking your body's resources. Even with this structure, acute impulses will still arrive. This is why Step 4 is the urge replacement protocol, a rapid response plan for the moment an urge strikes. Research shows that an urge is like a wave. It has a peak intensity that typically lasts between 10 and 15 minutes. If you can bridge that specific gap, the feeling will subside. The moment you feel the impulse, execute a physical task immediately. Splash cold water on your face, do 20 push-ups, or walk outside. If you hesitate or try to negotiate with the thought, the urge will intensify. The key is immediate physical redirection without debate. These urges are simply signals of internal energy. By redirecting them into physical movement, you maintain control over how that energy is spent. Step 5 is the anti-boredom plan. Most relapses occur during periods of idleness rather than under the pressure of a strong impulse. Use your notepad to write down an emergency plan for your downtime. Having a preset list of tasks removes the need for decision-making when you are bored. Your list must include 3 specific options: a book you are currently reading, a technical skill you are learning, and a side project you are building. When you find yourself alone with nothing to do, refer to this list immediately. It ensures that your mind remains occupied with constructive goals. You now have a complete architecture for self-regulation: a dopamine reset, visual filters, physical exhaustion, an emergency response protocol, and a plan for idle time. Real change begins when you stop viewing yourself as a victim of your impulses. You are responsible for directing your mind and your body. If you are committed to implementing the system, comment "I'm ready" below. Like the video and subscribe to follow this path. Consistent self-control provides the foundation required for any significant achievement. By mastering your impulses, you ensure that you, not your environment, dictate